And welcome back, everybody, to the 2013 Pop Warner Super Bowl recap show. Michael Kane here with Rini Angolia, Dave Diaz-Infante. We're recapping all of the day's championship action. Next to the junior midgets, we had Beacon House versus Liberty City. And DDI, Liberty City's Shatarius Atwell came up big today.
Shatarius Atwell at quarterback position showed he can throw the ball down the field. Some big catches by his wide receiver right there, but number 13, Zahir Turner as well. Again, got him on the board early, but then I tell you what, turnovers came back to haunt him. An outstanding interception right here by the Beacon House defender. A great job by Cato Battle denying the touchdown there. Then in the second half of play, again, Beacon House is stuffed in a punt, and they get turned over, the ball deep down in their own territory. That mistake cost them, and it didn't take long for Liberty City to capitalize on that mistake, and there it is again. Number 20, Trinell Troutman, again, taking in for the touchdown. And once again, they get right back at it. A lot of misdirection on their offense. I love the diversification of what they're able to do, and Troutman able to score. Once again, they win the game 22-0.
Well, big win for Liberty City. See the Warriors pitching the shutout. We can't say it enough. Defense wins championships, but this Liberty City offense, DDI, you called this game. Rini and I were talking here at the desk. Shatarius Atwell, he might be the best quarterback in this whole tournament.
Yeah, I tell you, he really impressed me. Of one, his mobility within the pocket, and then his ability and understanding of situational football to take care of it and not force the ball down the field. After that one interception, boy, he made some great plays to be able to escape and extend, and really led this football team down the field. A lot of players on that team.
Yeah, if there was an MVP for these 6 days here at the 57 Super Bowl, it would be Shatarius Atwell. I was that impressed with his athleticism, his poise in the pocket, and his arm strength. And we're talking about a junior midget quarterback.
Well, we talked to the coach after the game, and he really liked the moxie that his team showed today.
Worked hard, came into the year as a returning national champions, and I must say it was a fight to get back to this point. It was a real fight, real struggle. Went through it all week up here, but my kids responded, and they responded well. So all I can say is a great win for me, for them, for the organization. We definitely the best team ever came through the organization, and we're going to go back home with the trophy, man.
Well, guys, big win for Liberty City. And Rini, you hit it on the head. We don't award an MVP of the tournament, but if we had a Pop Warner Heisman, it had to be Atwell.
Well, yeah, but I think DDI talked about it. He's surrounded by talent on that team, and you saw Coach start to get emotional. That is a good group of kids that'll now get broken up, moving up to the next level, but they were really a great team this week.
Well, think of what this team has done 2 years in a row. Winning the Pee Wee Super Bowl last year, 19 older, lighter guys, a team that's played together a long time, so a lot of talent surrounding him. But you talk about Shatarius Atwell, he is a kid that showed tremendous poise, like you talked about, took care of the football, understood what to do with it, and it really gave them the ability to be diversified offensively. A lot of different plans in terms of running the ball vertically, misdirection in the game, and then some play-action passes that mesh perfectly with their run game.
Yeah. Another one of those Florida schools that looked really good here this week.
Well,
Florida teams.
Florida had a fantastic week here at the Pop Warner Super Bowl, and we have one more highlight to show you. The big boys, the midgets. Stick around.
For more than 75 years, one award has been synonymous with excellence. Now, another Heisman will rise and be forever linked to college football's highest honor.
I'm your leading man. Up front like the leader of the band. I'm your leading man.
The Heisman Trophy presentation presented by Nissan tonight at 8 on ESPN.
Soccer is a second language at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex, and we want your team to join in the conversation. Develop your skills with the help of international soccer superstars on one of the nation's biggest stages, all while enjoying an experience that only Disney can provide. To find out how you can play here, visit DisneySoccer.com.
Pop Warner Super Bowl Midget Division, Overton versus the Blackhawks AC, and this was just a heavyweight slugfest, DDI.
Well, I tell you what, it was a defensive battle all the way, and once again, Marquise Dunwoody able to get the ball down the field, and then they're able to finish it off by Richard Dames, whose physical style of running really paid dividends, and in the fourth quarter, you're going to see another interception. Turnovers kind of marked this game all the way through. In the first half, by the Blackhawks and then Overton in the second half. But I tell you, these teams battled, and then there is Dames once again finishing it off late in the fourth quarter to ice the victory. And defense, attacking the quarterback, making them comfortable. I tell you what, it was a battle out there today.
Yeah, Overtown, you said it, DDI, just a physical game. We look at the turnovers, 4 turnovers for the Blackhawks, really the difference. Overtown capitalizing from those turnovers, but both those teams, give them a lot of credit. They were running around, they were hitting. It was a good physical game.
Well, you know, the Blackhawks were the team that everybody was talking about, too, going into this game. They had impressed and dominated all the way through. The speed, and I think they were surprised with the Tornadoes' ability to match their speed. It was evenly matched in a battle through 4 quarters.
Now, how surprised were you by the sloppy play in the first quarter? As you said, Blackhawks so just flawless in the semifinal, and today just turnover after turnover in that first half.
Well, you know, fumbles. It was mistakes in special teams, fumbles, ball security. And, you know, in big games, that's when the nerves come at you the most, too. And I think it was Overton's ability to capitalize on those things early in the first half, to take that lead. And then in the second half, it was their turn. They started out with 3 interceptions in a row, but they hung in there, kept their poise, and found a way late in the game to march down the field and ice the game with a late fourth quarter touchdown.
Yeah, not only the nerves, as DDI said, but you're playing the best competition. You know, this is the championship game, so you know you combine that all together, it makes it a tough game.
Well, tough game indeed, and we have wrapped up all the highlights on just a fantastic week of championship action. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get the final thoughts from DDI and Rainey. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back after this.
I didn't even do anything. Come on, man.
Check out the wildest ride in the wilderness. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom Park has you careening through steep mountain passes and in and out of darkened caves on a runaway train that seems to have a mind of its own. So hold on to your hats as you zip around the winding track right here at the Walt Disney World Resort.
And welcome back, everybody. ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex, and we are recapping the 2013 Pop Warner Super Bowl. Mike Kane here with Rini and Goli and Dave Diaz-Infante. And guys, it's hard to believe that we've already reached the end of the 2013 Pop Warner Super Bowl. I may call you guys this week around dinner time just so we can recap games. But give us some final thoughts on the week. I know, Rini, you and I have talked. Florida team's just dominant this week.
Yeah, and this is my first week working the Pop Warner Championship, so I was really impressed with everyone. 6 of the 8 champions came from Florida. No surprise, you know, it's one of the top states that colleges recruit from. But overall, I thought the play was excellent. I think defense dominated this week.
Well, I think one reason where the Florida teams really dominate is they have a lot of older, lighter kids. Not a lot of teams play freshman football. They rather play Pop Warner because the coaching is so good in Florida as well. So I think that's a big factor in what they do. Plus the talent pool that's there. It's a hotbed for recruiting. Everybody knows that around the country. You look at Florida, you look at California, you look at Texas. Those are the recruiting hotbeds out there. And Florida produces a lot of players. And a bunch of these guys we see playing this weekend, it's proven year in, year out, continue to rise up the ranks. And we'll see them on Saturday.
A lot of speed in Florida, and there is no substitution for speed.
Well, you know what, guys? We had great athletes on the football field, but we also had some great athletes inside as well. The Pop Warner Cheer and Dance National Championships. Folks, if you didn't get to see this live, let me tell you something. These young ladies are athletes. They're gymnasts, they're acrobats, they're tumblers. And we're in a football game, guys. You got 40 minutes to get your win. These young ladies have 2.5 minutes. Unbelievable performances.
Anyone that says cheerleading isn't athletic is nuts. They haven't seen it because these girls are unbelievable. Their backflips, their handsprings, everything they do, it's great stuff.
Well, and here are champions at the National Cheer and Dance Championships. Wilmington Wildcats, Roger Bacon Academy Vikings in the Pee-wees, the Avalon Park Wolves, the Drake Middies, Old Bridge Knights, again, Roger Bacon Academy, great squad there, and then the Roselle Park Panthers, just a fantastic performance for all these young ladies this week.
Oh, well, I tell you what, too. You talked about the acrobats, the gymnastics elements towards the end, the dance. But don't think I couldn't do it there. 5, 6, 7, 8. I got it.
I hope that's something we will never see, but when we do, it's going on YouTube.
Full disclosure, I live in Avalon Park, so I got to give them a little shout-out. Good job, Wolves.
Good job, Avalon Park. Well, hey, we had some special guests this week. They showed up in the broadcast center. There's our executive producer, Mike Colangelo. Hey, they helped me out, and God knows I need all the help I can get. All the NFL mascots came into town. We appreciate them so much for being here this week. Made the job a little more fun.
You see, they were shining Todd's head. I like that.
That's
they're
good.
helping everyone in there.
It needs a little shine there now and again. But hey, we talked about the great plays all week, and we had the #1 play on SportsCenter. But here is a look at the top 10 plays from the week that was. At number 10, Liberty City's Trinell Troutman.
And just a great scoop and score here. We saw a lot of scoop and scores. This was one of the better one, number 10 on our list.
Yeah, you see that. Whenever you get the opportunity as a defender to scoop and score, it's all about that.
Well, at number 9, Jameer Dismukes gets the ball. Now watch the block here, guys. Wham! Are you kidding me?
That's exactly what you want to see. Turn that interception, get it down. But, yeah, great block that made that play.
Yeah, when those defenders get the ball right there, you're going to see this block coming up. He's going to make the interception right there. Now watch them transition to offensive players. Pick off one guy, he's got a team running in front of him.
Well, at number 8, Daryl Spurl says to his quarterback, give me the ball. Just pulls it right out of his hands.
I love it. He actually ripped that ball out of his quarterback's hands, and then look at him spinning and running on his way to the end zone.
Sproles looked like Darren Sproles right there. Built like him, too. You see the balance ability to take that ball into the end zone, breaking tackles along the way.
Well, at number 7, broken play, horrible snap. How about the heads-up play from the quarterback?
Ernest Williams able to get that ball, roll to his left, and then throw a dime to his receiver, Clinton Lindsey, who's going to take it in for scoring another great block.
I've been impressed all week long with the poise some of these young quarterbacks have shown with the ball in their hands.
At number 6, Stacy Sneed, and just a wall of blockers in all white.
I love this, and I know DDI does too. Look at the offensive lineman out in front. Everyone's going down the field, picking up blocks on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, that's when you're, as a returner and returning that ball, you're trusting your teammates to get out in front of you, and great vision ability, cut back.
Number 5, Sonny Eugene from Greensboro. Guys, watch this. His goal is to let every player on defense touch him before he gets the touchdown.
If it was flag football, he might have been down because everyone did touch him, but they're not tackling him.
I tell you, I don't know if it was poor tackling, but outstanding running either way. But you see his ability. You're right. I think all 11 defenders did touch him on that play.
Well, right here, Hayden Glenn says, give me that ball with the INT.
That's like a rebound. He's fighting for it. He rips it right out of the receiver's hand, and he's not going to be stopped on his way to the end zone.
That's what you call real toughness right there and determination. Again, look, his teammates are fired up. Watch him high point the ball and go over the top of the receiver and take the ball away from him. And he's not settled to go down. He wants to score, and he does.
Man, you said that with a glint in your eye. You like those tough guys, DDI.
Absolutely.
At number 3, Francisco Barreiro Sanchez.
Just a little slip screen, but watch this. You know, 85 yards later, he's going to break a couple tackles, show you his speed on the way to the end zone. Impressive run by that young man.
I tell you, see some of these fine athletes, once they get to the perimeter, boy, that's when the athleticism and speed takes over. A difference maker right there in the game.
He's out of breath there. He gets across the finish line, says, I'm done, coach. I'm cashed out.
And look, it's like he was greased up. I mean, they were sliding right off him, not making a tackle, but you're right, he just made it over the end line.
At number 2, Jensen Beach, Tyrese Jackson. Great pick there, but much better afterwards. DDI?
Yeah, Tyrese Jackson, he was on fire all game long. And his ability to focus on the football, catch the tip ball, and then transition to an offensive player and break that many tackles on his way to the end zone for 6.
You know, I'm still upset with Bristol, our home base, that this didn't make SportsCenter top 10. It was a nominee, but that's just a phenomenal play.
Well, we did have a SportsCenter nominee, not only a nominee, the #1 play of the night right there, Garrett Denny. Minitron, we were calling him, and as he lays out.
Minitron laid out like a guy that was 6'6" there. Covered some real estate. Great throw by his quarterback.
That's a great catch. I don't care if it's the NFL, college, or Pop Warner.
Well, you saw the opposing coach there. You could read his lips. He said, my goodness. We agree, Coach. My goodness. Unbelievable play. Garrett Denny, the #1 play of the week at Pop Warner Super Bowl. Well, folks, it has been an amazing week of football action. 64 teams started the week here at ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex, all of them hoping for the chance to call themselves Pop Warner Super Bowl champion. 8 of those teams have earned the right to go home and do exactly that. On behalf of everyone with ESPN and Pop Warner, I'm Michael Kane signing off, and we want to thank you for tuning in to ESPN3's coverage of the 2013 Pop Warner Super Bowl.